Hello and welcome back to a new video. In fact, this is going to be a new series of videos because I wanted to create something that would be really useful for you if you're looking to upgrade your wardrobe. And this series is going to kind of be entitled Change Your Wardrobe, Change Your Life, because I truly believe that it can do that for you. And I'll get into the reasons for that. So if that's something that you're interested, stick with me. If this is your first visit to my channel, then it's great to have you here. A little introduction: I'm Maria, I'm a personal stylist and I work mainly with women over 50. So let's get into the video. So the reason that I wanted to create this wardrobe is because I know that a lot of women like me are going through that process where perhaps they've got into their 50s, we've had the pandemic, we've been dressing really casually for the last couple of years, and maybe you get up in the morning and you're just feeling really bored. You open your wardrobe, you can't decide what to wear, and you stick with the same old outfit that you wore yesterday and the day before and the day before that. And the trouble with this is it doesn't start your day off on the right foot. Now, I know a lot of people think that getting dressed and what you wear is a fluffy topic. I know that a lot of people think that the services that I provide are perhaps a luxury, but I really truly believe that they're not. It's all about what's going on in here, because when you get dressed in the morning, that sets the precedent for the whole day. So if you get up, you put on a fantastic outfit, you're feeling really good, you're feeling confident, then that's a great start for your day. On the other hand, if you're just putting on something that will just do, and it's okay, it's clean, it's ironed, but it doesn't really make you feel particularly good, then that's how you're going to feel for the whole day. That comes out in all your interactions with people. So I truly believe that what you wear is so important. It's important to your confidence. There's so much around at the moment about mental health, and I really believe that this is part of that, because if you're taking care of yourself, if you're treating yourself well, then that makes you feel so much better about yourself. So let's forget about this fluffy. It's not fluffy. I want you to get up in the morning and really feel good about what you're wearing. And this sort of came about the way that I've been thinking about this over the last couple of months. As you know, I started the new year in a little bit of a funk, and I've pulled myself out of that. I've got myself reinvigorated. But it turns out that there's lots of you out there that feel like that as well. And there's a couple of clients that I've been working with one-to-one recently, and although on the surface their issues might seem different, they are actually the same. So one of them came to me because she said, you know, she didn't really know what to wear anymore. She got up in the morning, she didn't really have anything in her wardrobe, and she's just putting on whatever comes to hand, whatever fits, but she's not particularly dressing for the way that she wants to feel, but she doesn't really know where to start. And she said to me, I don't really have anything in my wardrobe. I've got jeans, I've got jumpers, but you know, if I'm going out somewhere, if I'm meeting friends for coffee, if I'm going out in the evening for a meal, I haven't really got anything to wear. And she also said, I'm not really sure about what suits me anymore. I'm not really sure about what I want to wear. And then the second client, completely different set of circumstances, but actually I think, as I said, it's the same issue. So she came to me and she said, I am totally overwhelmed. I have 5 closets of clothes. They're all nice. I get them out and I'm thinking about decluttering and clearing my wardrobes, but I can't decide what to get rid of because actually they're all really nice things. And so I end up putting them back in the wardrobe, but I've got 5 white shirts, I've got, you know, countless pairs of navy trousers. So how do I whittle this down into a functioning wardrobe? Because what tends to happen when you have a really cluttered wardrobe, you can't see the wood for the trees, you can't find things that go together. So perhaps you'll buy something new and you end up buying those new, you end up wearing those new pieces for quite a while. And then you buy something else new and those things get put aside, and you've probably got some of those pieces that you're buying already, but because your wardrobes are so stuffed and you can't find them, it really does give you overwhelm. And you know what they say about, you know, when I used to work in an office, tidy desk, tidy mind. Well, it's the same with your wardrobes. If you can't find anything and you can't put outfits together, then it becomes a real issue. Now, the reason I'm saying that these two clients actually have the same problem is if you take it a step back, it's understanding what suits them, how they want to feel every day, how they want to look, and putting outfits together. So the issue is really that one who doesn't really have much in her wardrobe at all, the other one who has tons of things, they don't actually know what suits them and how they want to look and how they want to feel. So we have to take it back several steps and start with a blank piece of paper to really understand what's going to be right for them and what's going to make them feel fantastic. So if you're in either of these two camps, then hopefully this series of videos is going to help you determine what you should have in your wardrobe, if you have got those overstuffed wardrobes, what to get rid of, and how you determine what you get rid of. So there are several steps to this process, and they do actually align with the 6-step process that I've created for my services. They also align with my Stylish at 50 Blueprint program. Now I'm going to put the details of both of those down in the description box for you, because it may be that you want my help to do this, or it may be that you want to do it at your own pace but with some guidance, or it may be that just these videos are going to give you the oomph that you need to get going and get this sorted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video for each of these steps to talk you through how it works and how you can figure this out. So the step that I like to do first is looking at colour, because colour can make the biggest impact in your wardrobe, and it can make the biggest impact to you, because if you put colours on you that really suit you, that make you feel fantastic, then that's instant impact. Certain colours can make you look slimmer, so if you're feeling a little bit lumpy and frumpy, you can immediately change the way you look and feel by putting colours on that look good on you. A great colour that's here draws the eye up to the face, and so it draws the eye away from anything else that you might want to be concealing. So colour is always my first port of call. Now over the last 6 months or so now, I have changed the way that I do my colour service, because I've always wanted to bring more of your personality into the colours that you wear. Any of you who've been watching me and listening to me for a long time will know that I don't believe in the seasonal colour analysis. When I first trained, that's what I used to do, but I really believe that it is far too restrictive. What tends to happen with colour is you put somebody into a seasonal box, you give them a fixed palette of colours, they'll wear a percentage of them. There will be colours in there they don't like, there will be colours in there that they're not confident enough to wear, so what is the point in having them in your palette? So the way that I now do colour analysis looks at not only your physical colouring and which colours suit you physically, but we also have a look at which colours suit your personality as well. And that's so important. And going back to the client who doesn't really have much in her wardrobe at the moment, when we went through this exercise, she had a real eye-opening moment, because one of the things that I ask you to do is put together some images that really kind of speak to you. And they can be in nature, they can be interiors, they can be items of clothing or prints, but just things that catch your eye and you think, that's gorgeous, and for some reason it really resonates with you. And when she first sent me these pictures, she said that she didn't really sort of think about how that connected that much, but once I had put her palette of colours together and incorporated these images, she realised that a lot of the images were taken from scenery of where she grew up. So it was really kind of deeply embedded inside her, and so those colours make her feel really good. It reminds her of the place that she grew up in. So that's one of the things that we do with the colour analysis. It's really bringing out what I call your style archetype. It's what's going on inside you. So that's step one. We determine colours, and once we've determined colours, we look at shape. Now, I do give advice on the traditional body shapes, but I also like to talk a little bit more about where you've got curves and where you haven't got curves, because that determines which fabrics you use, which cuts you use, which styles you use. And so we can really sort of hone in on what actually feels flattering for you. Now, what I don't do is say to people, you can't wear this or you can't wear that, because even if something doesn't suit your body physically, if it makes you feel good, I would encourage you to wear it, because it comes down to confidence. And so that's why I don't like to be too rigid. I will give you the kind of rules, if you like, about what suits your body shape, but I really like you to try those things on and make sure that you feel happy in them. And if, as I say, there's something that you want to include that perhaps I haven't, but you feel great in it, then go ahead. So once we've looked at colour and body shape, we've got a really good idea of what suits you physically and a little bit of an inkling about the personality as well. And then the next thing to look at is what I call your style keywords. And there's a whole process, and we talked a little bit about this in my last video about putting a mood board together for your new season wardrobe. But this goes into much more depth. So it looks at words that really resonate with you. It will look at those pictures that we used in your colour palette, but we'll bring some others in as well. So you can really determine what kind of styles or what kind of themes you want to have in your wardrobe. And there won't necessarily be just one. So you might have a theme of something that's very feminine, but you also might have a theme where you quite like some minimalism as well. And feminine and minimalism, if I can say the word, don't necessarily go hand in hand, because feminine has sort of additional details. So we really need to fine tune those keywords and that mood board to determine what really works for you and what's really going on inside you and how you can project that outwardly. Now, once we've got to this point, we can start on those overstuffed wardrobes if that's your issue, because we now know what suits you physically and what suits your personality. And so we can start to really look at every item and say, does this work with my keywords? Is it a good colour for me? Is it a good shape for me? Do I feel good in it? And you can start to go through each of those items in your wardrobe and work out which are the best. And once you've got to that point, you can discard everything else. And so I'm going to make, as I say, a video about each of these stages to talk to you about them in a little bit more detail. Otherwise, this video will be hours long. So once we've done that kind of refining, we can pick out pieces which will create the foundations of your wardrobe. And I call this your core capsule wardrobe, like a pair of navy blue trousers. So it's finding those foundation pieces that will work through probably 3 and even some of them through 4 seasons of the year, that are always in your wardrobe, that help you to create outfits. And so once we've got together this core capsule wardrobe, we can then start looking at those exciting pieces that make it really yours. And so this is where we then start thinking about, If you're that person with the very overstuffed wardrobe, you probably have a lot of really lovely pieces, and you may not need to do any shopping at all, because once you've burrowed through everything and found those treasures, you might find that actually now you can see them, and now you have a much smaller wardrobe. You can actually create some gorgeous outfits with them, but there might be one or two pieces that you need. If, on the other hand, you're like my other client who doesn't really have anything, then what we need to do is start thinking about, okay, what are those core pieces that we need to put into the wardrobe that she can get a lot of use out of? But then what are those really special items that make this wardrobe truly hers, that fit with those keywords, that really light her up when she wears them, and can create outfits that she gets up in the morning and she feels fantastic putting on? So once you've got through the whole of that process, it's really about kind of fine-tuning, and it's what I call the accessories. They're not just things like your handbags and your shoes, but it incorporates things like scarves, jewellery. I also incorporate makeup into accessories because, again, this comes into your personality. Do you like to wear makeup, or do you like the more natural look? And this will all filter through with the wardrobe and all of those finishing touches, and then creating what I call accessory capsules, so that whatever the occasion is, you can create outfits with your accessory capsules. I'm going to pop a picture in here to show you how this works with a dress and 3 different sets of accessories that take it to different events. And this is really the beauty of a functional wardrobe, but a functional wardrobe that is full of pieces that you love as well. So that's kind of the introduction to this new series that I'm going to be creating. If you have any questions about it, then please do leave them in the comments section. If there's something that you would really like me to cover during this series, then let me know, because I'm going to be putting the videos together every few weeks or so. It won't be, you won't get the next one next week. So I'm going to filter in other videos as well. So I hope you liked this video. I hope this is something that is going to really help you, that is going to be that change your wardrobe, change your life, that you get out of bed in the morning, you're excited to get into your wardrobe and put a new outfit together. And with that said, I will leave resources down, as I said, in the description box. I will link to my services. I will link to my Stylish at 50 blueprint. I will also put in there a download of a free ebook that talks you through these stages as well. So that's it for this week's video. I hope you liked it. Please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then I would love it if you did. And if you click on the little bell, you'll get notified when I release a new video. So other than that, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.